Hey guys, Omni here. We got some news that broke yesterday that I wanted to talk about here today with you guys. I know we haven't really done a whole lot of news breaks, casting talks outside of the live streams and whatnot, because it's just kind of been crazy with all the different shows we've been covering. But, of course, as you guys have noticed on the channel, for the moment, we have a bit of a break between shows. We're between Marvel stuff. A lot of the DC shows we cover here are on break. So it allowed me an opportunity to talk about this. It also ties into something, obviously, we've been following on the channel, not just DC. As you know, we kind of had a huge kickoff this year with reaction-wise Cobra Kai Season 3, which was phenomenal. But tying into that, one of that show's stars, Xolo Maridueña, was reported by the THR yesterday, their Hollywood Reporter, to be in talks with DC to be joining their Blue Beetle film as the lead character himself, Jaime Reyes. And this is officially put out there. This isn't like we got this covered or anything like that. This is the Hollywood Reporter putting this out there. They're in negotiations, so it is very likely, and there's been images of him being seen with the director as well already of the upcoming film. I think it's pretty said and done at this point. They're probably just ironing out the final details of the deal. But this is an awesome casting, man. Honestly, like, when I heard they were going to be doing a Blue Beetle film, obviously we've seen three seasons of Cobra Kai right now, and the first person that jumped into my mind was Xolo. So like this entire time since we found out they were going to be making a Blue Beetle movie, I've been like just channeling that energy, man, because he can run the gambit in that. Obviously we've seen him be this, humble child, this teenager with a huge heart. We've seen him kind of fall into this kind of troubled personality, this kind of a bully type that he became. He's gone through an entire range of character emotions just within the Cobra Kai universe itself. So I feel like we've seen quite a bit of what he can do. And I definitely feel like he's up to the task of taking on something like this and spearheading and leading a franchise. Possibly, if they wanted to take this off, have this character show up in other films or whatever they want to do with it. Obviously, this film, for whatever reason, isn't getting a theatrical release. So like it's going to be coming out on HBO Max exclusively, which I think is probably a disservice to the character personally, though I feel like with everything going on right now, that might be the safest bet. And I'm kind of leaning back on that since obviously we're starting to see more films go back into being delayed from theatrical releases right now, even currently. The Delta strain and all that jazz is going on and picking up steam itself. So in the end, while I feel like this character deserves to be on the big screen and get a theatrical release, at least people will be seeing this character. I followed this character for a while. This is actually the first Blue Beetle that I knew was Jaime Reyes from the DC animated films, his appearances on Young Justice and whatnot. So this was the version of the character that I've gotten to know. He's actually the third Blue Beetle in the run of the comics. You had Dan Garrett and Ted Kord prior to him, and he's a teenager from El Paso, Texas, who stumbles upon this technology, this alien tech, the Blue Beetle Scarab, and ends up getting it accidentally grafted to his spine, so he's stuck with this thing. It also has its own sentience. It is a alien technology that is a deadly piece of equipment. To be in the hands of this teenager is really interesting because it's also extremely protective. It's got a mind of its own, and he's always kind of battling with it. He can hear it inside his head. There's a lot of fun things this thing can do. It's got an extremely wide range of different abilities and equipment that it can turn into, give Jaime access to. It's a lot of fun, especially the banter. I really like this character dynamic. I'm not familiar personally with Ted Kord or Dan Garrett all that much, so I don't know if that's been something that's consistent throughout the many years that the Blue Beetle's been around. But I'm really excited to see what they can do with this character. I'm even more excited now that Xolo is brought on board because obviously he's made a fan out of me from Cobra Kai, and I'm really looking forward to Cobra Kai Season 4, which we will be reacting to just like we did with Season 3 when that comes out. If you're curious about my thoughts on the show, on Xolo, his performance, or anything like that, I have reviews of Season 1 and Season 2. I wasn't doing reactions yet at that point for TV shows, but I did do reactions to all of Season 3 of Cobra Kai, so you can check that out. That's up on the channel right now. So So yeah, we're going to be keeping an eye out on this. This definitely is pretty exciting news. Um, so I'm looking forward to it, man. We also have some more rumors coming out on the DC side of things from The Flash that may or may not involve Henry Cavill possibly making an appearance in the Flash movie, though there's no like physical evidence like contracts or deals that we're all aware of, so who knows what could happen there. The Flash is kind of an open, like this weird little amalgamation of all of DC right now. There's a lot of mystery surrounding this film, but there's also a lot of stuff just kind of leaking out of it. Like we got to look at the new suit. They're not a great look of it. We got a look of it yesterday that came out there. So yeah, lots of stuff to keep an eye on, and maybe we'll talk a little bit more, but pretty much everything returns next week. So we'll be back to getting back onto that grind, that DC grind. Marvel's What If starts next week as well. We got the final 2 episodes of Superman and Lois dropping next week, starting next week. Not both of them next week, but the penultimate episodes next week, and then the final episodes the week after that. Stargirl starts next week. Legends returns. Titans starts season 3 next week, which I'm going to be checking out as well. So it's going to be, we got a lot of DC stuff coming around the corner, but this is some exciting news, man, for me. So I'm just curious, what did you guys think about this casting choice? Was there somebody else that you thought would fit the bill more than Xolo? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we can carry on the conversation after the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you liked this. If you did, support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. Huge shout out to our channel legends, Mandy Sherritt, Ryan Karen, and Jason Coleman, and Philly Vane. If you want to talk about this, Marvel, anything else DC or whatever, come join our Discord or follow me on all my socials. Links to all of those are in the description of this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.